Welcome back, drum fans, to part 1 Bravo of our Cherry Snare Drum build series. Now, today is my favorite day in any of the drum build series because it's new drum part day. It's second only to maybe new cymbal day, but that's for another video for another time. So let's jump right in here and see what we got. So we start off with 10 of these 2-inch cocktail snare drum lugs. These are a solid piece of metal and a very nice lug. And to complement those 10 lugs, we have our 10-hole 2.3 mil triple flange batter side hoop and resonant snare drum side hoop. Now the snare side hoop has the gaps in the hoop to make sure that you can feed the snare wire through. Now with the snare wire, we went with this Pure Sound 16 strand snare wire. It's a very articulate concert series snare wire that has a lot of dynamic range at those low and high level dynamics. So to complement that snare wire, we went with this resonant head, the Evans Orchestral 200. It's a 2 mil single ply, very thin, almost paper thin head that, again, it has a lot of articulation at those all those dynamic levels. To complement that, for the batter side head, we went with this Evans Orchestral Staccato head. Specifically made for these concert snare drums. It's a great head. I love the Evans heads. They sound very good at all the dynamic levels that you need. Now the part that I'm really excited about in this build is this Drum Workshop Mag 5P snare strainer system. Now it is a drop style system, but the difference with this one, it's got magnets built inside of it so that you don't get some of that drop with some of the harder playing that you might be doing. You can hit rim shots on this thing all day. Those magnets are going to stay tight until you flip it down. Now the 5P comes into play with this little lever on the butt plate. Now what that'll do is increase or decrease the tension on those snare wires. So if you're playing a different style of music, different song in one of your series, you can flip that switch and it'll give you a different snare tone. And so you don't have to mess with the other side of the snare strainer, detune your drum, retune your drum, whatsoever. You can do that with 5 different placements of that butt plate. So again, I'm excited for this Cherry snare build. I hope you come back for part 2 where we finish this drum up and see how it sounds.